What's up, guys? Welcome to The Scoop. Some of the guys who made the news last week also made the news this week again. My name is Sean G. Let's get into it and find out what's happened. So this past week, the leader of MASOB, which is the movement for the actualization of the sovereign state of Biafra, Uche Namadu, went to pay Nnamdi Kanu a visit. Although they didn't tell us what the purpose of the meeting was, we can sort of guess. Probably it's something to, help both organizations maintain good relationship, or they're probably planning on collaborating and then, just having one major front for this whole Biafra fight. We don't know what it is, but what I can tell you for sure is that Nnamdi Kanu is being very careful. In one of the photos that surfaced online after the meeting, if you counted the number of people, I counted the number of people in the picture and they were less than 9. Now, if you've been following this guy and his trips and his visits, you'd have noticed that in most of the pictures he's been taking, always tries to make sure that the people in the photos are less than 9. And that's one of his bail conditions. Made it back to the news. This time around, it's not because she had something to say. No, her husband finally met his bail terms, bail conditions, and was released from prison where he was locked up for about 7 days. Now the issue is this guy was not remorseful. When he came out, he dropped a post on social media saying that, oh, he has something to say about his experience in jail. And when he finally did say something about the experience, the long and short of the matter, or the punchline of the whole episode he wrote, is that the government should not be concerned with domestic violence. What? How can you come out of jail and say government should not be concerned with domestic violence? Now, if somebody like that comes out, in fact, I think they should revoke the bill and take him back. That's not the only problem. Mesa Igwe herself got hit with a lawsuit this week to the tune of 500 million naira. Now, the problem is sometime ago, she and Lina Ikeji, well, apparently, Lina Ikeji put up a story where Mesa Igwe said that her very close friend or best friend, Opemi Titi Ajayi, was the one who was sleeping with her husband, and that was what led to the crash of her marriage. Anyways, Opemi Titi has taken it up, and her lawyers sued Lina Ikeji and Mesa Igwe to the tune of 500 million naira each. We don't know what's going to come out of that. They're going to settle out of court, or if they're going to fight it out, or whatever the case is. But 500 million naira, that's a lot of money. Newspapers are usually, your favorite source of information. You want to know what's going on in the country, you get over to the papers, whether online or, physically get a newspaper to find out what's up. But this week, there was a twist, an unexpected twist. 3 a.m. a certain day, a few days ago, Vanguard newspaper took to social media, their Twitter handle took to social media and sent out, "I have never had an orgasm." Yes, it did happen for real. Now, this Vanguard tried to cover it up. They sort of created a post with the same headline. So when you search for "I've never had an orgasm," Google comes up and shows you one of these posts where it's like somebody is trying to solicit advice, all this love doctor kind of articles. Anyways, we know that was some sort of cover up. Even though it was smooth and the matter has sort of died down, it was one of the big things that happened this past week. Now, talking about who did it, first of all, nobody can be having sex with newspaper handles. So it's definitely the social media manager behind the account. And I got some guys together, we did some detective work, serious detective work. I got some people from the NIA. I'm just joking, okay? And definitely it cannot be a guy. It's probably a lady somewhere who's been having issues. I'm probably picking the wrong set of guys, to get with. So, anyways, I'm not sure if they deleted the post from their Twitter handle right now, but that's one of the biggest things that happened this past week. And it makes me wonder if, there should be some sort of filter or somebody who's checking out every post that goes out before it goes out. Because for that kind of mistake to happen, really something to look out for. And it sends a really strong message to a lot of other media houses out there. I bet a lot of social media managers out there on their toes right now, and they've probably been cautioned by various organizations to be careful about the kind of stuff they tweet out. Anyways, the thing is, Vanguard was really silent about this, and the matter was able to die a natural death because, this is social media. A lot of information comes out every day, and once you don't dwell on one topic, it just sort of goes down the drain and everybody moves on from there. So that's that. I'm not your role model. I'm only 25. That was something Burna Boy said this week on social media. Now, the problem with that statement is that, first of all, it gives you an impression that Burna Boy thinks you have to be a certain age, I don't know, maybe 30, 35, before you can be somebody's role model. And that is flat out just wrong. He went on to say some other things in the post, and I think it's because a lot of people reacted to his last controversial stunt where he was smoking, I think, what was weed in traffic, and that went viral, and a lot of people were buzzing about it, saying, look, you're a big star, you have over 800,000 followers. followers on Instagram, and a lot of people look up to you and all that. You should be on your best behavior every time. He just went on to say some things about how, look, nobody should, he's just 25 and just trying to live life one day at a time. But I feel the problem with this situation is Nigerians, we like to carry things on our head sometimes. Now, first of all, a role model isn't somebody who necessarily has to be good. They don't necessarily have to be on their best behavior. If you check your dictionary, a role model basically is somebody you look up to and you like to imitate. Now, it doesn't necessarily say that whatever it is you're trying to imitate has to be good behavior. So, for some people out there who are into smoking weed, you know, who like to try a joint or two, Burna Boy could be the role model. I'm just saying, okay? Was in traffic, was puffing, having a great time by himself, and some people could aspire to that type of stuff. After all, you know, weed and all that, they have some health benefits. Now, am I a weed ambassador? No, okay? I'm not saying you should smoke, but I'm just trying to say Nigerians need to calm down sometimes. Not every time you're gonna be shouting, oh, look at what you've done, you're a bad role model on Twitter and all that. It's not fair, okay? These guys that tag celebrities also need to live a little. They also, you know, want to experience life. They also want to be free without being held down. So the good thing about it is that he was actually very real in that social media post, and that's a good thing. Tonto Dike was in the news several weeks ago. She was trending, she was hot, of course, because of her issues with her husband Churchill and how her marriage was kind of falling apart. But she came back in the news this week. Why? Because her nanny, ex-nanny, made a video somehow and it surfaced online, and there were all these allegations by the nanny against Tonto Dike. Tonto Dike confronted the nanny and made her own video, and it was just, you know, up and down, all sorts of things. It's basically a mess. We don't know who's telling the truth, who's lying. Tonto Dike's former aide came out and said, look, the nanny was paid. And the thing with all these social media videos and posts, especially around controversial issues, is it's very hard to know who's telling the truth. But that's one of the big things that happened this week, and I owe it to you guys to tell you about it. Bassi and Debbie Rice are getting married. That's what it looks like. It's not for real just yet. But they've been posting some images on social media that sort of look like pre-wedding photos, okay? Now, I know they're just trying to get some publicity. I'm giving them publicity for something that is to come up. They've not announced what it is. A lot of people, especially in the comments, keep saying, are you guys getting married? Are you guys getting married? If you do a little bit of flashback, you know Debbie Rice and Bassi were really close during their time in the Big Brother Naija house, and a lot of people feel like they're perfect for each other and should go on, start a relationship, probably get married, have babies, grow old together, have grandchildren, and then die together. But we don't know what's happening exactly. But we know they're definitely up to something, and once it happens, when they, you know, launch out or what it is, whatever it is, if it's interesting enough, I'll definitely let you guys know about it. Alright, so acting president Yemi Osinbajo has only had power for what, barely a week, but the man is working very hard. Recently he signed 3 bills which are supposed to significantly improve the way the government conducts business and its operations in the country. This was contained in a statement released by his senior special assistant on media and publicity. The acting president is working. We hope the president gets well really quickly and is able to come back into the country. But somebody who probably doesn't want that is Femi Fani-Kayode. Yes, he was in the news last week and is back. Spoke in a video which was exclusive to Night.com, thank you very much, about how the current president, President Buhari, hates the Igbos. Yes, if you haven't seen that video, check in the video section and look for the video. You see it there, you watch the video, enjoy it. Instagram is taking over Snapchat. They have stolen another feature from Snapchat, which is Snapchat filters. If you're one of those people who really like to, you know, take pictures, selfies, and then put all those weird face cuts and all that filters and all those nice filters from Snapchat, well, you can now do that on Instagram. Instagram came out this week to announce that, hey, we also have the filters, so you don't need to go to Snapchat to go and do all those things you used to do. You can stay right here on Instagram and enjoy yourself. That's all I'm going to take on the scoop today. Thank you very much for joining me. Hit that subscribe button down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Hey, till I come again next time, be good.